Hi, Nick Shirley. This is Isabel Eriksson, investigative journalist at the Swedish news channel Riks. I recently watched your video about the Somali gate fraud in Minnesota, and the parallels to Sweden are significant. What you uncovered there is the exact same blueprint we are seeing here in Sweden. In 2021, I exposed a Somali association called Radjo in Nynäshamn, south of Stockholm. They claim to be providing homework help and soccer tournaments for local kids. But when I showed up with my cameraman, we found a ghost organization. There were no children, no activities, just two Somali citizens in an empty building claiming to help children they couldn't account for. A major scam. Millions of the Swedish taxpayers' money is gone. 1 year later, Expressen, a Swedish newspaper, conducted a nationwide investigation which revealed that this kind of fraud was widespread. Last year, the Swedish government stopped all grants to this type of organizations. Most of them were Somali. After almost 5 years, these fraudsters haven't faced justice, despite my reporting and police investigations. In a report published last year, Sweden's financial police concluded that a lot of money from associations in Sweden has gone to terrorist organizations abroad, just like in Minnesota, as well as to money laundering and private purchases. In Sweden, the police estimate that welfare fraud amounts to approximately 75 billion Swedish kronor annually, enormous sums, 5 times more than the drug trade. The crimes are so extensive that they pose a systemic threat to our society. Socialist parties and other parties on the left in Sweden have often turned a blind eye to these kinds of problems related to immigration, as they have been dependent on the loyalty and votes of these large groups. Sweden's largest party, the Social Democrats, has a representative in Stockholm suburb who committed fraud and still holds a position in the party, even though he is under police investigation. This type of corruption in the name of woke must come to an end. I am sharing my investigation because this is not just a local Swedish issue. It reflects a broader international problem that affects public trust and taxpayers' money across borders. I also want to encourage more countries to take a closer look at where public grants are actually going and how they are being used. Thank you for the important work you have done so far. There is still much more that needs to be exposed.